building Waiting Room. It's a showdown in this area called Benson. It's a very hipster area.
One of our local establishments.
Yeah. So they announced that that they're no longer going to be allowing for hip hop acts, local hip hop acts, to perform because of there was a shooting. I guess it happened last week or 2 weeks ago.
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And, I don't know, did the dude die or do you know?
I believe he did pass away.
Okay, he passed away. Yeah. And so from that, the Waiting Room has announced that they're no longer going to allow local hip-hop acts to perform. I guess that, and they're using that as kind of like, okay, well, if we ban this, then, stuff like this isn't going to happen again. And, there are people who are upset. People are saying it's racist, and people are actually trying to boycott the Waiting Room, because the Waiting Room is a very, for those who are not living in Omaha, Nebraska.
If you're a local artist, they promote you.
If you get booked at the Waiting Room, that is like an honor. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing.
That's big.
But they're not allowing local hip hop artists, but like they will allow famous hip hop artists. So like if you were like
who come with their own
if you're like
crew.
exactly, if you're like a Big Crit or something like that, they're not going to turn you away. But like a lot of people are saying that they're being racist because of this. Now you're a performer, I'm a performer.
Right.
You've done plenty of shows, I've done plenty of shows. Mm-hmm. Like I've talked to a couple people about it, and they go straight to the defense of saying that what they're doing is inappropriate and like racist and stuff. What do you
I could see like both sides. Like as far as being an establishment, someone losing their life while they're performing or whatever have you. When you have local artists and stuff, like I could see where their trouble is coming from. But then the other half is like if you cut that, then you're cutting the talent that we have in the city that might not they might be the next show and don't have no violence going on, so you're kind of killing their moment. So I can see both sides, but as far as being an Omaha entertainer, I think they have to either like tighten up security or something to that effect. Like they could do that would be less money for them to have to really put out to make the stuff.
Yeah, because you have to think of it from this way. It's just like you banning hip hop artists from performing isn't going to stop someone from shooting.
It's not going to stop violence.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Because you could go to a rock concert and the same thing can happen. You know what I'm saying?
I believe the Waiting Room started off with that type of like rock and roll bands and country and stuff like that. So once you go into quote unquote the urban type of music and stuff, it gets a little dark sometimes, but it's not actually the artists, it's the people that's coming to see them. So I would say it'd be more like you tighten up on your security or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really a business owner, but I perform, so I would say more or less from what I've seen. Like I've never did a show where there was violence, and I did maybe in the middle of 30 to 40 shows, just comedy shows. I've never seen violence at a show.
I did one show. Actually, I didn't do a show. I went to it to support somebody, and it's just like And during the show, like I heard someone say, like, "Oh yeah, blood." I was like, man, time to go. Leave, Time to go.
Hey, you ain't with me. I'm about to leave you, man. Right.
It's just like, listen, dude. I know you haven't performed yet, but
I might be missing your show tonight.
Yeah, man. You just put that on IG Live. Or
Symptoms of violence is occurring right
exactly.
now.
So it's just like, because the thing is like, and that's kind of how I look at it. So it's because like I've talked to people and they're like, well, that's why we need, our own black-owned, what I'm saying, establishments and stuff, so that we don't have to worry about this.
Not trying to get off the subject, but if you notice, like, there's a lot of black-owned business that black people don't support.
Sure.
So it's like that's going to take it to a whole nother level. When you have a black-owned, and they might raise the prices and stuff like that. Like that'll go into a whole nother level of just craziness. I believe. I think it should just stay the same way. But
I think as far as like the whole security thing is just like, I feel like sometimes they pick and choose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I remember like my friend told me that like these security people were giving them hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, frisking them and stuff when they went to go see Currency. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then
understood. A celebrity.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know if you remember that singer chick, you probably haven't heard her, like Christina Grimmie. Yeah. She was on The Voice, and she had some popularity. She had a concert. She's apple pie in the sky white girl.
Okay.
No security. Dude went up in there, shot her in the head, killed her.
forgive me, that is a terrible scenario, but that's like a random act, though. Like, how can you be prepared for that?
Well, that's the thing, though. It's just like, I mean, you can be prepared by starting by like having your security prepared because like they're
basics, everybody watching the
because they're assuming because this person has this type of fan base,
right?
So because their fan bases are like white teenage girls,
right?
Like we're not expecting.
We don't have to put no security.
We don't have to put any security. It's not going to be a big deal. And now this
Hannah Montana, not Miley Cyrus, like Hannah Montana.
Exactly. Yeah, because like you've been down to Benson on like a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And it's
a lot of people.
And they're slow and they're continuously growing like, their environment. Yeah. So it's just like when something like that happens, like it scares away their money. Yeah. So it's not so much of like
you take the value out of it.
Exactly. Yeah. It takes the value off of it because it's just like who wants to go to a place that's like, oh, that's the place that got shot up like 3 times already.
Scared to come.
People are gonna be scared to come. And if people are scared, and like Waiting Room is connected to a bunch of other establishments because it's in the center. So now, because like all these restaurants and bars are in walking distance.
Man, it's looking like little baby Broadway.
Yeah, and so now you have this place. It's shot up, and now no one wants to go.
Right.
So not only does the Waiting Room suffer, but all these businesses suffer. So like, I don't think it was one of those. Oh, we need to get these niggas out of here. It's more of like, oh crap, we need to think.
It was a business professional.
We have to think more on this right here because it's just like,
but once people say something, there's going to be a lot of hate and disagreements and stuff on something instead of looking at like how we're doing right now. We're breaking down the situation.
Exactly.
Not everybody's going to do that. So they're like, the Waiting Room, they don't want us to come in there no more. I ain't supporting them. When you gotta think about
it. We need to boycott the Waiting Room.
Their place was safe for all this time until this happened.
Sure.
So of course you're going to change your mental on it.
And it probably isn't the first time that it happened either. Because it's just like, it's not like it happened once and they're like, oh, no more. You know what I'm saying? Like there probably have been recurring instances that have maybe not necessarily ended in a shooting. Maybe someone got stabbed. Maybe there was a fight that broke out. Maybe someone almost pulled out a gun. Right. And then when that dude got shot, that was probably the nail in the coffin that they're just like, okay, we need to do something about this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was one of those things where it's just like they must slip up once and
it's like if we could probably do a little investigation, but it's probably so much of a gap from whatever happens in there that they probably didn't push too much on the first situation that happened, whatever violence. So they're like, okay, we'll just tighten it up a little bit, and then this happens again. So you got to give everybody the right to feel how they feel and how they want to run an establishment. And like you said, this is not just Waiting Room. You got all kinds of different restaurants and stuff right on that same building.
Yep.
So it's like it's taken away from that whole scenario. So this is more of a business plan. This wasn't against the people.
Yeah.
It was like, man, look, we ain't gonna keep having this stuff going on, and it's gonna keep violent.
Absolutely. So I don't know. That's just how I feel.
I respect where they're coming from, but then I respect the people. But you still got to break down the scenario. You can't just they don't want us to be here no more, and then just have your own opinion about it.
I think it's one of those things where it's like I understand it.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's the right
I don't like
motive.
I understand it, I just don't like it.
Yeah. That's better. Because then you're gonna have people in the comment section.
I understand where you're coming from. We could do a little different.
Yeah.
Like I said, like this. Plus, man, you could just see it on TV. If you never hosted a hip hop show,
sure,
watch it on TV and watch some YouTube videos and stuff. It get, let's just say, we get real tough in the moment.
Yeah.
Like we are a good crowd, but then again, you got, like you said, it could be a blood, see a crip, or somebody took something from this guy, or it could start from just a small someone
situation. Looking at somebody. I love doing shows where it's like all black people.
Yeah.
And those are my favorite shows.
And they tell you if you funny, if you're not funny.
Oh my God.
They roll with you when you got them. It's cool.
But
it can be a nervous.
It's a nervous thing. And I remember one time I was doing this one show, and it was a black crowd, and one of the comedians, he likes to roast people. And he was roasting this dude, and he was just like, he said, "Don't do that, cuz. Don't do that, cuz." And his voice got louder, and then it kind of
ruined. About the guy he was talking to.
He was roasting, and it ruined the whole atmosphere of the rest of the show because then he tried to fight him.
Yeah.
So he tried to fight a comedian on stage,
right.
and then it's just like, and then the whole night kind of was just like no one could get their bit going.
Changed.
Yeah, because the mood has changed. Because even though now that guy who was like, oh, don't do that, because even though he left, his energy is still lingering around.
Over everybody.
Exactly. So now in everyone's mind, they're not focused on the comedian. They're just like, yo,
they're not in the laughing mood no more.
They're not in the laughing mood. All they're thinking about, even if you're on stage and you're killing it, all they're thinking about on stage is like, yo, those two niggas almost start fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
just
it.
like,
that was the show right there. Them two about to fight. You don't hear this funny comedian or this great singer or whatever's going on. Now that you're in that mode, like, oh, they was about to fight, man.
Yep.
Like, I want to fight somebody now too. Like,
exactly. Or they're like, yo, man, we should get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
it's like you just changed what they came for.
Exactly. So it's just like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I just think
I kind of put that on that comedian. Like, of course, we have no holds barred with comedians. We don't have no rules, but you got a certain way that you blueprint yourself.
Yeah.
When you do so, like if you're bagging on somebody, you can tell it's not working. Leave them alone. Go on to another person or move on to your next joke and stuff. Obviously, he was letting you know, no, not right here, man. Like I was saying, not here, cuz. Don't say no more, cuz. Like, he was letting him know, like, hey, you funny, man. Just get off of me.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Leave him alone.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't roast people. I just do my jokes, dude. I'm like, I'm not trying to do all niggas.
Like I use mine for more like space fillers, but I usually already come up with something that's written, something I already been practicing. But it's like more like space fillers, like. If you got a 10-minute set and in your mind you only got an 8-minute set as far as your material, that 2 minutes, mess with the crowd, but don't necessarily go in and start bagging on them. Just notice them, look at them. Oh, those some nice glasses, man. Can you see the future with that?
Yeah.
That type of stuff. Like mess with them. You don't go directly in the
because like that's like a little playful and then just move on to the next one.
Like keep them with you.
Because like if you start like
once you start offending,
then look at his nose and look at his teeth and
the semi is going downhill.
Yeah. I feel it.